Good afternoon. This is Jean-Claude with Detailed Designs Auto Spa in Atlanta. Oh, we're just outside of Atlanta, but we say Atlanta. Anyways, we've got our first Porsche 991.2 GT3 into our shop. And it's getting the full Monty. It's getting everything we offer. But I wanted to spend a few minutes before we show off how the car looks when we're done, which will come in another video. I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I discovered being the first one that I've been able to be up close and personal with. So you may have already seen 991.2 GT3. I haven't, other than I saw one at, well, for the Atlanta folks, you may remember this. There's a chalk colored GT3 that attended the show 2 weeks ago, the last show of 2017. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get up close with it. I was busy as a vendor at the event. But it looks great at a distance, but when this thing arrived, I was really able to give it some attention. I wanted to spend a few minutes going over the things that I see given what we do, with paint protection film and paint correction coatings and that type of stuff. Some of the stuff that I picked up and noticed. I wanted to share that with you. Hopefully you find it entertaining. If you're not looking for that, just click that back button, save yourself some time. So I'm gonna hook the camera up to a gimbal and I'll do the best job I can holding a gimbal, operating and describing the stuff I'm looking at. I hope you enjoy the video and stay tuned. Let's check it out. We'll start right here with the window sticker. I'm not gonna go over all these options. If you wanna see what's on the car, you can pause it and just observe. That's a waste of time for me to go over that. The bottom line is it was 172, 120, how it's outfitted. Moving along, which by the way, I decided not to use a gimbal because I'm probably gonna have to constantly adjust either the ISO and or the focus on this. So please bear with me if it's a little shaky. I'll do the best I can not to have it too shaky. The car came to us really dirty. And I've got another video we're putting together. Hopefully it'll be out by the time this one's released, or it may be out shortly thereafter. But once it is released, I will be sure to provide a link, maybe in the video description. But this one came to us really dirty, just the way we like it. Some of the stuff I notice is right up front. Let me work on the focus here. I don't know if you can pick up on those holograms. But even before washing and deconning, I can see that somebody had fun with a rotary on this, at least the bumper. We'll see how extensive that is once we decon the car. Right here on the scoop, I really like, let me get this in focus. There we go. I really like how soft these lines are right here. I think Porsche has done an incredible job with giving it a more aggressive look with some soft lines as well as some hard lines. This front bumper, I'm really looking forward to doing a custom wrap specifically to see what can be done through this area. We'll know soon. This one's gonna tell the tale, and I will report back on that. But again, getting back, it's very soft. This line right here, this roll, is it's a very soft roll in the panel, and yet we have the hard lines all around it as well. The rear bumper does a really good job with the hard lines. We'll touch on that here in a minute. By the way, I hate these things so bad. I really do. Does anybody actually use their headlight washers other than to put a mess on their car? Anyways, leave a comment if you do, don't, whatever. If you like them, don't like them. So, one other thing. I kind of wish Porsche would allow you to make these painted. Is that an option? I don't think it is. Anyways, I think this should be painted. I think the mirror stems will look so much better. Other than that, flat black on the trim, just the way it should be. I've also seen cars optioned with the glossy handles, glossy black handles. I don't really dig that personally. I think this is just a cleaner look for the side. It allows the whole side to have one thing versus, you know, a glossy black piece right in the middle. 2, right here on the bottom. Let me get my focus right. Here we go. You see that? This is glossy. It's painted. Now, I don't believe that was an option to have those painted from the factory on the .1s, but the .2s, it is painted. I'm not sure if that was an option or if it was, that's how it comes, but it's so much nicer than that ABS black plastic. With that said, if you look here, you have the similar body line right here that goes from painted to flat black. It would be kind of cool if they could have had this painted and maybe blended, if you want, from the rear, that black look. If there was an option to have it painted and blended into black, maybe a body line or a crease. I'm not sure, but when you look at it from the side, I like a single theme that goes through it. Sorry about that, I lost my audio, so I decided I'm gonna just go on and swap out some batteries, and hopefully my mic doesn't go dead on me again. Anyways, the body lines. This is more examples of hard and soft lines that work together, and just, I think that's really what makes this design so beautiful, is you have these really hard lines right next to very soft lines, and I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, it's like reverse here. It's mirrored and upside down. If you come here and look at the corner here, it's a really sharp corner to the car with a bunch of rounded edges through there as well. I mean, that's more here. Really sharp edge, very soft edges. It's everywhere. It's gorgeous. The emblems in this case are painted. You can see that someone has managed to get polish, wax, whatever, all over these emblems. They're a mess. Fortunately, we'll be taking them off for this car for what we're doing. They'll get cleaned up and reinstalled. I wish the tailpipe were not glossy black, because there is no other gloss black on this car. I don't think. Not outside. So it'd be cool if these were more of a satin finish, matte, whatever. The screen here is really nice. Aftermarket screen, I'm usually not a fan of it. It looks a little cheesy, but in this case it was designed that way and it looks great. Really like it. So, everybody's seen these guys. It's a very forward-facing design idea, and it looks gorgeous. These are awesome. More of the screen. I kind of wonder what these would look like painted the body color. I think that would look pretty cool. I'm more a fan of subtle contrast, and you know, it's not over the top on this car, but you know, I think these and painted would look really great. I do like the matte outside wings for the spoiler. Looks really nice. Just like the .1. It's got the size of the engine, the displacement listed, 4.0. It appears that the wing is mounted the same way for the .2 that it is for the .1. These are plugs, they come out. There are nuts in there to release. And then it comes off. There's 2 rails. There's also a quick connect for the lamp, rear brake light. The rest of this is standard fanfare. Looks pretty much the same. Let's get inside a little bit. And I may lose my battery on my camera now, as much shooting as I've been doing. So if I do, we'll just reshoot some stuff. Let's open the frunk and the engine lid. This is something that I really despise about the dot twos. If you are used to wrapping your headlights, wrapping underneath your headlights on the fender and the bumper, which, by the way, this line is much sharper on the dot ones. It's a little, well, right here it's about the same, but it's a bit softer. It's like it rolls a little bit more. It's not as quite a sharp an edge. This is the telltale for the dot one and dot two. I'm gonna set this camera down for a minute. Arrgh. I gotta keep one hand on the camera so it doesn't fall off. Here we go. All right. Right here. You see, they even left the hole. Man, I hate this. To get the headlights out, you have to at least drop the bumper. And that's such a big pain compared to how it used to be. It used to be you could use the headlight tool, pop them out, pop them back in. I kind of understand why Porsche probably made the change. Probably too many people didn't snap them back in properly and ended up with, I know there are some guys that had headlights pop out on the track, on the highway, you know, and Porsche doesn't want to deal with that. So I get it, I hate it. It increases for us to do the wraps the way we do it with paint protection film, because I don't want to see a line here. I don't want to see it come to just here. I want it to go under, and the same here. You know, this is a hard line right through here. You can't leave the film right on the hard line, so you have to leave a larger margin, and there's more opportunity for stuff to hit that. Not a fan of that. Anyways, it is what it is. This is all pretty much the same. Of course, it's got the dot two theme with whatever that would be called, the spoked design, I suppose, with the hardware in here. It's a love it, hate it thing. You've seen it probably. In this case, he did not opt for the manual. Same with the seats. He did not go for the full carbon bucket seats because this is a car that will be driven on the roads a lot, and he doesn't want to deal with that. Deal with the getting in and out of a car with full carbon buckets. The back, yeah, it is what it is. Who really cares, right? You're gonna put the key in the same way you do with other GT3s and GT4s. It'd be kind of nice to have the key that's already in there and you just keep the key in the pocket. I mean, that's what I would prefer, but whatever. Apple CarPlay. I mean, the rest is pretty normal. I would say the biggest difference is gonna be the steering wheel. It's a little bit different. Anyways, all right, let's go to the rear of the car. By the way, the door cards appear to be the same as they were in the past. To remove them, I'm guessing is going to be the same. This piece comes out, this piece comes off, this piece comes out. There are bolts in there. It slides up, it comes off. There's quick connects. There's a fancy quick connect for the door handle. It would be cool if they did the straps instead of the door handles, but whatever. All right, so this was something that was a little different, and I kind of dig it. Do you see what's different in here? There's a few things different. The first thing I noticed when I opened it, I heard a pop when I opened it, and it's this thing right here. This is the latch. This is the engine lid latch. So to operate it, you don't just lift the engine lid and close it. Let me see here. Let me see if I can't get this right. All right, I'm gonna hold the camera with one hand and operate this with the other. You're gonna lift the engine lid, press it down, gently place it. Place your hand here. That's how you close it. Don't slam it. Place it, close it. Let's open it back up. show you a couple other things different back here. So I don't know why they did it, but the red looks really cool. It might be a weight savings. It might be a savings in manufacturing. Carbon fiber in here, that's really cool. Carbon fiber here. I don't know if that's a vinyl or if that, I think that's a vinyl. I can't really tell. That has to be a vinyl. I'll report back. I think that's vinyl. I don't think that's real. It's definitely not the exact same print as this, at least it doesn't appear to be. I'll report back on that. I don't know how somebody gets this stuff on here. Hopefully it'll clean off. I have no idea. It's not acting like it wants to clean off. We'll know in a bit. So anyways, it's not glossy carbon fiber. This is glossy on the .1s. The .2s, it is a dry carbon fiber. It's bigger too. It actually looks super cool. I really like this. On the .1, it was more or less a strip, and now we have all these complex shapes, and dry carbon fiber is what's hip right now anyways. So very large air intakes. These are gonna have to get removed. Thank you, Lober, for not touching this car any more than was asked of you. Press it down. It's placed. Close. It's got a very, how can I put it? Lightweight feel to it. It does not feel heavy like the .1 does. Now, I don't know if it weighs any less. It could have more to do with the fact that the .1 has the hood shocks, if I remember right. I think it has the hood shocks. But, oh, one more thing. I'm gonna change out a battery. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. I knew the battery was gonna die. Probably wouldn't be paying attention and ramble on for minutes. With this car, I really like the agate gray with yellow bits on it. PCCBs, the strap. We've got another 991.2. This one's the Turbo S. And this one has, let's see here. Let me change my ISO. Hopefully this will help. This does not appear to be helping. There we go. So this one has the yellow deviated stitching, which is uber cool. I really like how this car is spec'd. Anyways, let's get back to the GT3. Let's see here, let's clean this up. All right, so let's open this. It latches automatically. There we go. So I think I was talking about the feel of this thing. Let's see here. There we go. So it's got a, where is it, at the bottom? Right up here. I think I'm probably being picky, but it just has an odd feeling, I guess, because it's got two hinges, but it just feels bizarre to me. I don't know. I'm being way too picky, I think. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing how this car comes together with film on it and Modesta and all that good stuff. There's just a couple things that I'm not super crazy about. But I think with any car you could, if you really want to get stupid picky, you can pick any car apart. This one really is gorgeous. The rear end of this car, I think, is absolutely what makes it. I look forward to, again here, really hard line right here, super hard. The .1, it was like this to the top. It didn't dip in at all. Went like this, and then it kept that shape, but then it wrapped around kind of soft, and then it started to pinch through here. But this one, hard lines, kind of galore. I just really like that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. And I know that a lot of your cars are coming in from Jacksonville right now, and a lot of you are waiting on it. In person, I think it's worth the wait. This car is incredible. It is gorgeous. I have no idea how it drives. I probably won't drive one for a very long time. Really drive one. I get to move them at like one mile per hour. But at any rate, hope you enjoyed the video. And if you're thinking about clear bra or coatings or anything like that, paint correction, whether it's a new car or something older that you want to just get the paint dolled up and you don't necessarily want to do a permanent solution, give us a shout. Consider Detailed Designs Auto Spa. I got my start working on beat up used cars, and here we are now. We do a lot of new car protection, and we still restore beat up old cars that need some good loving. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys around. Ciao.